Hey guys, Bob here from Raw Strength and Muscle, and when I was in the Army, I ran 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles every single day. I don't care if I ran 10 miles with my unit, I still ran 6.2 miles on my own, usually right after work every single day. If I had this stupid 24-hour office duty, as soon as I got off, after being awake for 24 hours plus, the first thing I did was change my clothes, go for a 10-kilometer run, and then I took a nap. I don't care if it was Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every single day when I was not in some BS deployment we had before the war started, or if I was not in the field doing nothing, I ran 10 kilometers. Now, a lot of people back in the Army thought I was pretty fucking hardcore, okay? And a lot of people here are thinking either that I'm hardcore, or if they're weak, they're thinking, oh, I'm bragging. And I'm not, because I'm gonna tell you why I ran 10 kilometers every single day when I was in the United States Army. Because I can't run very well. I suck at running. I lived a very sheltered life. I was always told not to do shit when I was a kid. I never played sports, so I never ran until I was getting ready to go to the Army. And I remember the first day I did that, I ate 10 glazed, like chocolate-covered donuts, ran about 20 minutes later, came home and vomited in the sink in my kitchen because I didn't have the time to make a 90-degree turn to the right and vomit into the garbage can. I was literally in the sink heaving because I was just completely destroyed, trying to throw water on my face and just vomited all into the kitchen sink. Now, that is the reason why I ran 10 kilometers every day, no matter what the hell we did. We walked 15 miles with 55-pound rucksacks in the morning for 3 hours. I still ran my 10 kilometers on my own after work. Okay, because I did not want to be the guy who slowed my team down. I did not want to be the one who slowed down the formation when we're in PT. I did not want to be the one who could not keep up. And the only way I could do that was by attacking my weaknesses. So my question for you is, how do you handle your weaknesses? Do you attack your weaknesses? Do you identify them, identify the underlying problem, find the most effective, the fastest, the most efficient way to remedy this problem and bring up your weaknesses so they level up with your strengths? Or do you try to ignore them? Do you try to make excuses? I mean, I had back problems back when I was first working as a bouncer. It wasn't really a bouncer. It was a very nice nightclub. You were basically just standing around the corner looking pretty. There were no fights, but I had a hard time just standing around. My back hurt. Okay, I had a problem just standing there for hours on end. So what did I do? Did I say, I can't do this job anymore? I need to sit on my ass all day? Did I say, oh, gee, I need to go ahead and get some kind of a back support, or I need to sit down? No, what I did is I started doing stiff-legged deadlifts. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's how you hurt your back. You stand there with a stiff back and a barbell in your hands, and you bend over at the waist, and you stand back up again. Everybody tells me, oh, well, your back hurts, you shouldn't train your back. I attacked my back. I got strong as fuck with my back. I became one of the strongest guys in the gym at this exercise. Nobody did this exercise, but I got stronger than most people are at normal deadlifts with the stiff-legged deadlift. And guess what? My back problems went away. Okay, there was a time when I was living in Germany, and every year for the security company where I was a trainer, we had to have physicals, and my blood pressure was a little bit high, and then after that it was a little bit higher, and then after that, hey, we have to really keep an eye on this, it's getting pretty high. Then after that, would you like me to give you medicine? And then after that, the next year, the guy says, I'm going to prescribe you medicine for your blood pressure. I said, I'm not going to take it. I am going to fix this shit myself. What did I do? I fucking broke up with the girl who was causing me stress and ruining my blood pressure. I went to work and did my job to the best of my abilities, but I didn't get pissed off at the incompetent morons I was working with and for. Okay, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I started eating, I started and I started exercising. And guess what? Next time that I went back, I asked about my blood pressure, and he's like, actually, you have really good blood pressure. And he looked back, he's like, oh, wow, you really did change something. Okay, most people are going to go ahead and say, just jump on meds. I made a video, okay, about sleep apnea. And it was a big video in TikTok. And it was basically why bodybuilders can't breathe at night. And everybody's like, Get a CPAP machine, get a CPAP machine, get a CPAP machine, get a CPAP machine. I'm like, listen, when I weigh over 200 pounds, like closer to 205, I snore very loudly. Not only is that a problem because I've actually woken up and my girlfriend at the time was sleeping on the sofa in the living room with the door closed. Not because she's mad at my snoring, but because I was snoring so loudly, I would wake her up. She would get up, leave the room because she couldn't fall back asleep after I woke her up with my snoring. I get close to 210 pounds and I get sleep apnea. I stop breathing at night. Now everybody says, oh, just go ahead and get a CPAP machine and fucking continue being a big disgusting fat ass. Or I could lose weight and go under 200 pounds and I won't snore or have sleep apnea. Hey, why don't I do that? But everybody was telling me in the comment section because that's what everybody else does. You can either attack that shit, I weigh too much, I need to weigh less, go ahead and lose weight and you wouldn't have the fucking problem anymore. But the problem is I have diabetes, blood pressure, my dick don't work, and I'm depressed. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to go give you a prescription for insulin, a prescription for blood pressure meds, a prescription for Viagra, prescription for some antidepressants, and here you go. Yeah, I need to take all this shit because I'm a fucking victim. Or you could lose 100 fucking pounds, 150 pounds, and then all of a sudden, hey, guess what? Your dick works again. You don't have diabetes anymore. You don't have high blood pressure, and you're not fucking depressed. But everybody immediately looks at the way that they can be the victim and take the defensive and fucking find somebody to give them a magic pill instead of putting the fucking work in. So like I said, my question for you is, what do you do when you have a weakness? What do you do when you have a fucking problem? Do you avoid it and cry about it and say that somebody else should fix it for you? Or do you go ahead and attack it head on and turn that weakness into a strength? Because believe it or not, I was known as one of the baddest motherfuckers when I was in the Army in terms of running. I was never the top because I sucked, so I could never compete with people who had natural talent and years of training, but I went way the hell ahead of everybody else who didn't put in the work that I did. And that is the way that you fucking really improve your lives. Find a weakness, identify it, fix it, by attacking it head on instead of ignoring it or whining about it. Anyway, if you want to attack your problem about being fucking not in the shape you want to be, go ahead and check out rawstrengthandmuscle.com. Got my workout program, my nutrition program, my group coaching, my one-on-one coaching, and my mindset coaching is going to be coming so I can teach you people to attack life and take what you fucking want instead of being a pussy and taking whatever the fuck you get. Aside from that, thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.